everybody. I'm gathered here with some very good friends of mine, and we are talking football. Super Bowl 47 is, of course, coming up on Monday. 9:30 a.m. is the kickoff on TV 11. Now here I have Pedro John. He is our 13-year-old St. John's student, and he is an expert on all things matchup and stats. You saw him a couple weeks ago on Timeout, and we'll be talking to him. Also there, Andy Wheeler, a native of the New England area. Moment of silence for the for the Patriots, but of course, you are rooting for the AFC. And then, of course, Joey Calvo, longtime resident of the Bay Area, and of course, rooting for the 49ers. So, gentlemen, really good matchup we have in Super Bowl 47. We'll just start out with some pretty basic matchup questions. Ravens defense against the 49ers offense, who has the advantage?
I think it's definitely the 49ers. The Raven defense, I mean, they're known for being a physical defense, but they're a little bit older, they're long in the tooth. And, with all the options that the 49ers have on offense and the way they adjust to the way they're being played, I think the advantage is all the way with the 49ers.
All right, Andy, is the Baltimore defense going to be able to contain the San Francisco read option with Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah, I think that's one of the big questions because we know it's a good fundamental defense as far as stopping the run, stopping the pass, but Kaepernick, you don't know, if you shut down his pass, he's got to run, and he's better running when he's under pressure than designed runs for him. So whether or not they can stop him, I think is going to be the big question to see if the Ravens can just stop the dumb 49ers.
Yeah, don't hold back, by the way. Just feel free to emote as much as
I'm a little emotional. I'm sorry.
Okay, Pedro, let's take the flip side of the coin. The Baltimore receiving corps isn't anything to sneeze at. I mean, you've got Jacoby Jones, you've got Torrey Smith, and then you've got Anquan Bolden going up against a very, very good San Francisco secondary. How do you see that matchup playing out?
It's going to be tough for both teams because Smith and Jones are both really fast, and Whitner and the secondary may have a hard time, but I think the 49ers defense will do better.
Okay. Yeah. Special teams, of course, also going to be a big factor in this game. Of course, the aforementioned Jacoby Jones of Baltimore was the league's outstanding return man. But, Joey, being a San Francisco fan, San Francisco's got a very explosive return game. Kicking game, David Akers kind of had some suspect moments in it. How do you think the Bay Area team's going to hold up?
I think with kickoff and punt coverage, we'll do okay. We've had a really good year. And I think our main problem obviously is kicking field goals. And so we're going to see what's the decision that Harbaugh's going to make if he's down there, like say on the 30-yard line, on the Raven 30-yard line, and it's 4th and 2. Is he going to go for it, or will he go for the 3 points?
Mm-hmm. Well, it is in a dome, so maybe that'll help him out a little bit. But if it's anything more than 15, 18 yards. I don't know. Just score a touchdown every time down the field, and you should be all right.
They might turn the aircon on full blast.
Right. Oh yeah, a little breeze. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I think it's more mental than the elements for Akers right now. He's sort of like a golfer in a bad.
Yeah, he's just in a rut, like a shooting rut. He just hasn't been able to put it together. And you saw him just down with his head, down. He's really down on himself. But if he gets that confidence, maybe the guys are talking to him over the weeks. Say, hey man, keep your head up. You can get in there and do it. You never know.
All right, what do you think, Pedro? Because Ted Ginn Jr., Ohio State product and the son of a coach, he's had some very impressive runs for San Francisco, but, can he get it going if they need him to pull off a big return?
Yeah, but I think Jones is more effective than he is. But I think Ginn, I don't think he'll get a touchdown off the special teams, but I think maybe 20, 30 yards, he can do that.
Okay. Yeah. Here's another interesting storyline, guys, because we're going for, Colin Kaepernick, the second-year starting quarterback of the 49ers, only his 10th career start now from the kid out of Nevada, a master of running that very dangerous pistol offense out of the read option. But even he admits, he goes, I'm too young and too naive to know that it can't be done, and that's why he succeeds. So you've got that kind of optimism going for him versus Ray Lewis's pure passion.
Yeah.
Which is the advantage?
I think it still has to go with Colin Kaepernick, and you can just tell he has a little bit of a swag, a little bit of arrogance where he's just so confident, and he's hard to read. And I think just physically, I think his advantage is just too big for Ray to overcome.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I gotta agree. He does have a chip on his shoulder, but I think he'll outrun the Ravens defense because they're all kind of getting old, like Suggs, Lewis, Reed. He can fly by them.
Well, I think Reed is going to have to, or somebody's going to have to kind of spy on him, keep an eye on him, because we see a lot of these quarterbacks in the league now, and they can run all over, do the read option, and teams designate one person to Just focus on the quarterback. Whatever coverage is going on, you focus on him, and that's your responsibility to prevent that big play. But I think with Baltimore and Ray Lewis, I mean, they went on that 3-game losing streak kind of late in the season, and then Ray Lewis said, hey, this is my last ride, I'm going to retire. And then everybody just rallied around him, and they've gone on this tear. I mean, dominating teams in the last part of the season and the playoffs. So I think that experience and everybody rallying around Ray Lewis, I think it's a huge positive for the Ravens.
All right, and okay, we'll start with this last question, then we'll wrap up. Pedro, we'll start with you. What is going to be the X factor, the one either intangible or the one player that's going to blow everybody's mind and could determine how this game goes?
The one player everyone's been talking about, Colin Kaepernick. I mean, his running is the X factor because they don't have as great running backs. Gore is good, but he's not fantastic. Like the Ravens, they have a fantastic running back in Ray Rice, but Kaepernick's very unpredictable, so I think he can go any way, and he'll always find a way to get that big hole.
All right, Andy, tough act to follow, but what do you see as the X factor?
I think it's Ray Rice because the Niners defense, their run defense has been so good for the past few years, and it's been excellent this year. If Baltimore can get Ray Rice some good runs, establish that run, and get some good yardage on the ground, that'll open it up for Flacco and those big plays down the field, which we've always seen. So if Ray Rice does not have a good game, I don't think Baltimore can win at all. But if they do, then I think they got it.
All right, well, Joey, you have the last word, and possibly somebody who could have the last laugh is Randy Moss, who this will probably be his last game as a pro. May he be the X factor?
I don't think so. I think Randy, he's going to be limited as far as how many snaps he's going to get during the game. I think the big X factor for the Niners is their ability to figure out what the Ravens are going to be doing and adjust and manipulate and just take advantage of where the holes are going to be.
All right, that's Joey Calvo, Andy Wheeler, and of course Pedro John, our NFL analysts. And remember, everybody, you can catch Super Bowl 47 pregame. Starts at 2 a.m., so get up bright and early, watch the entire production. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and you can watch it on KUAM TV 11 live, 2 a.m. until 9:30, and then the big kickoff. It's going to be an absolutely wonderful production. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you.
See the game. All right, stay tuned. We will be back right after this.